And we are, what are we? What are we? Say it with me. We're live. Good morning, folks. I've been sitting here contemplating how to start the show. Oh, look, it's Bitcoin Ben. He's going live. I've been contemplating how to start the show, what to say, and how to say it. Number one, shout out to the depressed people at Bloomberg. Oh, they are so depressed. They thought that Bitcoin was just, and I heard it today. The many times we've all heard it, but the first time I've heard it live on Bloomberg is Bitcoin dead. Not, and I swear this was funny as hell, not 30 seconds after the guy said that, you saw the price of Bitcoin go from 15,900 and it shoot, straight line up to like 18,800 or like 19,000. It boom, looked like a rocket. All right. Rocket going up. These poor people have no clue what's going on in Bitcoin. What people don't understand is there are so many people waiting for dips. Waiting in the wings like little Bitcoin crackheads, waiting and waiting and waiting. And as soon as it dips, they start buying. I want to show you a text from a lovely person who I met at the Float Fest last year. I helped her purchase some Bitcoin last year. Last year, I helped her purchase some Bitcoin from a friend of mine because she doesn't like buying over the counter or anything. She likes buying person to person. So she sends me this text at 8:00 in the morning. Hi, I bought Bitcoin from you in April at the Float Fest last year. Are you still selling it? My response, no, I'm buying it right now, at least trying to. I have people reaching out to me. I had 7 texts last night of people asking, you know anyone selling? You know anyone selling? Now, mind you, the people sending me texts, right? You have to understand. These are not people who are buying $100, $1,000, $10,000. 6 out of 7 of the text I got last night were looking for over $200,000 worth of Bitcoin each. At least $200,000. One guy went to Coinbase, tried to buy $300,000 worth of Bitcoin last night. He said Coinbase rejected the buy, and then he couldn't log back on. Like Coinbase wouldn't even let him log back on to even try and buy more. The only place that I was capable of getting the amount of Bitcoin that I wanted was Caleb and Brown. Caleb and Brown was the only place that I could get the amount of Bitcoin I wanted when I wanted it. And boom, nailed it. All right. This is why I tell you guys. This is why I tell you guys. If you do not have an account at Caleb and Brown, there's a link under my video. Get an account at Caleb and Brown. Because when you want to buy in these quick flash sales, you gotta move quick and you gotta act quick, and you have to have a rep who can get it done for you. All right. And at Caleb and Brown, you're not on an app with Caleb and Brown. Most of the time, you're not even on the Caleb and Brown website. You're calling your agent and going, buy now. And you can get your cryptos. But you go to Coinbase, you go to these other exchanges, plus Caleb and Brown, they buy it, they send it right to your private wallet. Right? That's what I'm talking about. I don't know why people even mess with Coinbase or crypto.com or FXT or any of these half-assed exchanges. Go to Caleb and Brown. It's that's it. You go to one place, you can always get it. It's um it's amazing to me that, oh, and for Bloomberg, holy shit, they were losing their minds. One of the hosts of Bloomberg, he's a fat old guy, wears these like round glasses. Speaking of fat old guys, one quick story before I tell you that one. Last night, I did a 3-hour video on Patreon on voting, all right, on the history of voting in America. We did a 3-hour video, and it was a damn great video. I went through a lot of history that people didn't even know, and the responses I got were, holy shit, why weren't we ever taught this in school? Because they don't want you to know, folks. They don't want you to know. So, right, that's not the story. But if you want to check out last night's history / business / entrepreneurial / video, 3 hours, get ready. You're going to be sitting there for 3 hours watching it. All right. Thank you, Fatty's Bar. Great show last night. Hey, thank you. All right. Join the Patreon. Links under here. Join the Patreon and join the entrepreneur level. That's where you get the weekly 3-hour videos of entrepreneur and business and history when appropriate and how to make money in cryptos. All right, there you go. I digress. Now, the funny story is I used DoorDash last night and I got me some Chinese food. All right, I love Panda Express. Love orange chicken. Love their orange chicken. And I love their lo mein. So before the show, I order a plate, which is a double lo mein and a double orange chicken, right? So this is how my mind thinks, right? This is the show this is the host you're watching on purpose in real life, right? The DoorDash guy comes up to my office door because at our house, we have a front door, and then because of how we built it, I have an office door also. So we have a front door, and then I have an office door, and I have my own garage off my office. So the guy walks up to the door. I open the door. He hands me my bag of Chinese food and hands me my drinks. All right. And it's a real healthy looking guy, real fit looking guy. And just because of how I think, I thought it would be funny. Now, mind you, not funny for him, funny for me. This would be a joke that I would laugh at and no one else would laugh. So I did it for myself. I said, "Oh, thank you for bringing that. I'm doing a little celebration tonight." And he's like, "Really? What are you celebrating?" And I said, "I'm celebrating losing 300 pounds." And the guy looks at me and goes, "You're celebrating losing 300 pounds?" And I go, "Yep. As of today, I've lost 300 pounds over my lifetime." And the guy looks at me and goes, "Well, you look great." And I go, "Why, thank you." And he goes, wow, you really, congratulations to you." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." So, it's been a struggle. I've been fighting my weight my whole life. And he was like, "Well, you're doing a great job. Congratulations. Keep up the fight." As he hands me my 3,000 calories of Chinese food. I closed the door, and I bet he heard me laughing through the damn door. Because I sat down and I enjoyed my delicious Chinese food. And I thought to myself, I wonder if he realizes that when I was talking about losing 300 pounds over my lifetime, that was a cumulative, where I got sick for a week, lost 5 pounds when I was 12. Then when I was 19, I lost 8 pounds because I basically went on a drinking spree and didn't eat any food for 7 days. And I lost weight there. I add that to the tally. So, according to my calculations, over my whole life, I've lost about 300 pounds. Now, how much have I gained back? All of it. But, see, I'm an optimist. So I don't look at how much I've gained over my life. I look at the accumulative, how much I've lost. It's all relative. Exactly, Carrie. It's all relative. Okay, so back to Bloomberg. Right? So, Bloomberg, the host, the old guy with the glasses, he's flipping out. Who is buying Bitcoin right now? I don't understand it. Who is buying this Bitcoin? And listen, who's buying Bitcoin, and why doesn't somebody stop them? The other host says, you know that Bitcoin's global, right? Like, the U.S. authorities don't have any authority over it. And this guy's reaction was, what? Wait, You mean the SEC or nobody can go after Bitcoin? And she's like, no, it's decentralized. This guy couldn't wrap his mind around it. He's like, wait, so who regulates the Bitcoin? And the lady's like, well, they're trying to here in America, but it's pointless. They can't regulate it. And these exchanges are not located in America. And this guy's like, what? You mean FXT is not located in America? No, neither is Binance. Now, Binance US, yeah, they got a little office. This guy couldn't believe his ears that there was such an entity that the government couldn't get a hold of. And his response is, well, there's got to be a way we can control this madness. This is what I'm talking about, folks. They hate that they can't. You know how much they tried to push the price down yesterday? If you watch the futures market on Bitcoin, they were throwing billions at it yesterday. I mean, billions of derivatives at it yesterday. And it pops right back up this morning. These people hate the fact that they can't kill Bitcoin. Oh, it just gets under their progressive, financial controlling, market controlling, world dominating skin that they can't control. And I just smile with my new teeth and my pretty blue shirt and my pretty blue eyes and my Bitcoin bid hat. And I love it. Oh, there is no sweeter song than a progressive complaining that they can't influence anything. Oh, it is music to my ears. I hear their chants. Bitcoin's a scam. Bitcoin's a scam. And then I watch Bitcoin go right back up. I'm getting text as we speak of love and admiration. While the rest, all right, while the rest of the world, hey, Bob, you awake? Oh, the cameraman. Old Bob just woke up, right? While the rest of the crypto world is in full panic until this morning, of course. Bitcoin's going down to 5,000. It's going down to 5,000. I'm telling you, folks, it's going down to 5,000. I sit here in my lovely, beautiful Florida home. By the way, hurricane wasn't shit. And I smile. Me and Bob, the cameraman. Go home, Bob, you drunk. And we just smile. Because every time the Bitcoin drops significantly, it is crazy how many people I know at over-the-counters like Caleb and Brown who send me texts. Right? Who send me texts that they're trying to buy Bitcoin. But they can't. Because people haven't figured out the game yet. While everyone else is on Coinbase and Gemini and Binance. Now see, Binance, you can usually get your coins at Binance. Usually no problems at all. But Coinbase, you try and buy 10 grand worth of Bitcoin on a dip on Coinbase. Right? Good luck with that. Good luck. But with Caleb and Brown, once you set up a relationship with Caleb and Brown, like I have like 4 years, I think like 4 or 5 years now, I've been with Caleb and Brown. It's the only over-the-counter I've ever recommended because it's the only over-the-counter that's never let me down. Ever. Ever, ever, never. Yeah. Even Binance goes into the mystery maintenance whenever a price flash drops. Yeah. All of a sudden, every exchange out there goes into the mystery maintenance mode when prices drop. Right? Except Caleb and Brown never had a single issue with Caleb and Brown. That's why I tell you guys, listen to me. Even if you don't want to buy some Bitcoin right now, use the link under here. Open a Caleb and Brown account so that when you do want to buy, your relationship is already set up. Ooh, we're having power flashes. Bob, the cameraman, you okay? You good? All right. Wait a second. Amanda Hankey, are you married to my old boss? Because his name was Hankey when I was driving a truck for a while. Are you married? Because that's how he spelled it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Well, Amanda, number one, tell your loving husband. Has he ever told you? All right, guys. All right. This is Amanda Hankey. All right. Her husband, my old boss. All right. Great guy. Great guy. All right. Listen to me. And Amanda, if he hasn't told you this story, I'm going to tell you now. I walked into his office and I said, hey man, you need to buy some Bitcoin. You know how much friggin' Bitcoin was when I told him to start buying Bitcoin? $40. It was $40 when I told him to buy some Bitcoin. So Amanda, you need to slap the shit clean out of your husband. He told me that story years ago. He always wishes he would have done that. He totally regrets it now. Yeah. No. Tell Keith I love him. And now hopefully you're buying some Bitcoin. All right. All right. I use Robinhood and Coinbase. Who do you recommend and how do I access them? Okay. Don't be your husband, Amanda. Take my advice on this. All right. As a friend, there's a link under my video on YouTube and on Facebook for Caleb and Brown. They're an over-the-counter crypto exchange. You'll have a personal representative that you'll be able to call and text your personal rep, and they will place sells or buys for you. And they will send it directly to your private wallet. All right? So, thank you, Amanda. Love you, Keith. Sorry for all the trouble I was as a truck driver. All right. Keith Hankey. Hey, that's why he's one of your biggest fans. He is buying some and misses y'all. Oh, thanks. Keith Hankey. Just salt of the earth. Great guy. All right. He just one of those. All right. Anybody who's ever been a trucker, you usually hate your dispatcher. Your dispatcher is usually an asshole. Pardon my French. But Keith Hankey actually cared about his drivers. He was a rarity in the trucking industry. I mean, a rarity. Yes, Amanda and Keith should look into the Founders Group worldwide. I agree. Amanda, send me a message. Join my Patreon under here. Then you or Keith send me a private message on Patreon, and I'll help you guys get hooked up on some things I can help you guys with. All right? So, you've got a lot to do, Amanda. But yes, it's a shout out to Keith. One of the few great people in trucking. And Tom says it will be the best $5 you ever spend, Amanda. Yes, my Patreon cost $5, but it's the only place you can communicate with me and actually know it's me. All right. Speaking of that, Amanda, while I'm at it, here's a word from the sponsor. Hope you got one.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from CALIX Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from CALIX Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calixsolutions.io.
Awesome, and we're back. Amanda says, I'll let Keith know. He would appreciate that. He talks about you quite a bit. Well, I hope not as much as, not that much. I got the Patreon info too. Okay, cool. Yes. Oh, I know he's busy. The trucking industry right now is a madhouse. Just a madhouse. All right. And Amanda, if somebody reaches out to you on Facebook claiming to be me, it's not. It's not me. There's a lot of fake, Bitcoin Bens out there. A ton. They're all over Twitter. They're all over Facebook. They're all over Telegram. They're everywhere. So unless you're on Patreon, I do not reach out to anybody on social media. You will never hear me or get a message from me on Twitter, Telegram, Facebook, I'm not giving away Bitcoin, and I'm not looking to have you invest in this latest and greatest mining adventure. Oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. But okay, I digress. Now, let's get back to Bitcoin and cryptos. The problem with the people at Bloomberg, CNBC, and all that, not only are they basically government puppets, which they are, they have no idea, right? They have no idea what they're even talking about with the economy of Bitcoin. I work, I live, my income, everything I do is in the crypto economy. I go to all the conferences. I know most of the CEOs of the major places. I talk to people who are involved in major fundamental structures of cryptos. None of these people, right? None of these people have a clue the economy of cryptos. I can tell you right now, I have an office, or we at the Founders Group, we have an office in El Salvador. We have an office in St. Louis. We're launching an office here in Florida. Next year, we're launching a Founders Group office in Dubai and Australia. Does that sound like cryptos are on the way out? Do I seem like the type of person that's going to make financial plans of launching offices all over the world on something that I am no, my friends, in the last year alone, I personally know of probably 300 projects and corporations and companies that are jumping in with both feet in cryptos and Bitcoin. This is people who understand what's going on, understand that the economy of cryptos, right, understand, and they buy. My friends, these people have no idea what they're talking about. Now, most serious investors in cryptos, when they make a purchase on like what happened yesterday and like last night, when they make that buy, they hold that buy for at least 4 years. At least 4 years. Now, I understand some of the smaller people that, may buy $100 or $200 worth. Hey, that's the majority of us. If we can buy $100 on a dip, we buy it. All right. But the big boys that are trying to buy right now, they're on 4-year timelines. All right. And I respect people who say, well, I think it's going lower. I'm going to wait to buy. That's fine. All right. That's absolutely fine. Go ahead. But when all hell breaks loose and the economy over the next 2, 3 years, 4 years, the big boys are buying now because they got a 4-year hold plan for every buy. They're buying $200,000 worth of Bitcoin minimum. And they're holding that for 4 years. How much do you think Bitcoin's going to be worth in 4 years? Go back 4 years from right now. Yeah, you get my point. This is what I'm talking about, folks. The people involved in the economy. And Bloomberg never interviews anyone of relevance in cryptos. Nope. They always bring, now we're going to bring in such and such that has been in the Bitcoin space for a month. Give us your expert opinion on Bitcoin. And these dipshits will come on the show and they will badmouth Bitcoin. And you can see and you can hear that these people are clueless about Bitcoin. They have absolutely no idea what's going on. They have no idea of the infrastructure. They have no idea about the Lightning Network. They have no idea about what MasterCard just did with the Lightning Network. They have no idea what Visa is integrating into their point of sales software. They have no idea what the Credit Card Global Association is doing right now with the Lightning Network and Bitcoin. No idea. But yet they get on television and they say, Bitcoin's dead. Really? Well, let's see. Isn't that number 347 that people in mainstream media have announced that Bitcoin's dead? Yeah, I think it's like number 347. Bingo. Bingo. Their job is to keep the people misinformed. Absolutely. In the future, watch for this, because there's people who do it now. All right. There will be people in the future who are going to be so pissed that they listened to mainstream media about cryptos, because cryptos are going to grow and overwhelm the centralized systems. And there will be people like myself and others in the chat who have been involved with cryptos for years, gaining multiples of wealth. And these people are going to point to the mainstream media and go, what the hell was that? These are the same people in 1999. Google this. These are the same people that were telling people not to buy shares of Amazon at $1, $1.75, $3. Because but yet they were buying it at $1, $1.75, $3. See, J.P. Morgan, Bitcoin's a scam. A week later, we find out that J.P. Morgan is buying Bitcoin hand over fist. So, I am not worried about Bitcoin, but I have to admit that I am concerned about Divi. Why? Why are you concerned about Divi? Have you been reading up on what they're doing? Do you realize that their partnership with that soccer team really kicks in this year? Have you been watching the Fridays at 5 videos with Diddy? Have you been seeing the announcements with Diddy? I have no worries about Divi at all. None. Not a single one. I'm still accumulating Divi. I'm still running my master nodes. I have zero worries about Divi. Just like earlier in the video, when I was talking to my boss's wife here, I told him about Bitcoin when it was $40 a Bitcoin. I begged him, literally begged him in his office to buy one and just hold it. Nope. I want you guys to understand that this is a global transition into a decentralized global system. The old systems are going to just crumble. They're doing it now. The dollar's dying. Inflation's crazy. All right. Yes, Carrie, my crypto girlfriend, apparently. And don't worry, my wife has met Carrie, and Carrie's met my wife. Yes, hurry up, smash the like. Show's almost over. 109 watching on YouTube. Click the likes, hit subscribe. I'm out of here. Love you guys. I will see you tomorrow morning. And I have an announcement. I will be live from an event on Friday night, an NFT event here in Florida. So, love you guys. See you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.